Look at all that paneer.
Well, we finally got a break in the rain, but the power keeps going on and off, and my washing machine is giving me an error code. I looked up the error code in the user's manual, and it says if you see this F8 that you need to turn the power off, wait 5 minutes, and turn the machine back on. If the error code is still there, then we need to call the service guy. The error code is still there. I've turned the power off several times. I even waited like 30 minutes, and the error code still came back. So we have to call our regular repair guy.
Are they fogging for mosquitoes?
I had to get up and close my bedroom window because some mosquito fogging is going on. They don't mess around here about mosquitoes. India has a very broad service culture. You can get somebody to come and wash your dishes or your laundry every day. Now, we don't have domestic help in my house, but if I needed to hire somebody, I can go on any app like Snapit or Urban Company, and I can get somebody to come make me lunch or dinner, wash my clothing, sweep the floors or mop. In about 15 minutes, somebody will show up. I'm probably not going to hire somebody to come hand wash my laundry today because my washing machine is not working, but if I wanted to, I definitely could. The rainwater has receded, so we're venturing out for some groceries. I've come to our local D-Mart so that we can get our rainy day supplies refreshed.
Look at what's got BTS Oreos. Korean pop culture is super popular in India. Korean sweet pancaked flavored cream. Interesting.
We just got back from shopping right before it started to rain again. I did manage to get everything on my shopping list, thank goodness. I also managed to get some vegetables. I've got some fresh curry leaves, cilantro, some tomatoes, things like that. We really don't live far from our local D-Mart, and it's really convenient. They stock dairy, dry goods, they have home goods, stationery items, clothing, shoes, you name it. They're essentially like the Indian equivalent of Walmart, minus the produce section and meat and those things. They don't have that. They do have frozen food, and you'll find frozen vegetables and things you can pop in the air fryer, like French fries or appetizer type things. But like they have their own brand of dry goods, so you'll easily find like your daily staples there. Sugar, lentils, spices, rice, flour, bread, whatever you want. So I just found out that our washing machine repair guy can't come until tomorrow. And it's an electrical problem, so he may only need to replace a few wires, or in worst case, he may have to replace the entire brain board, which means I might be hand washing laundry tomorrow for a couple of days. We'll see what happens tomorrow when he comes. I still have some of that kali dal left over from last night, but I don't want to eat it with rice again, so I'm going to make a different style of paratha for lunch. I have 1 cup of flour here, salt, too humid still, and this is some carom seeds or ajwain that I've crushed. I have some beet puree. This is just 1 beet that I pressure cooked and put through the blender to make into a smooth paste. I can see some lumps in here. That might become a problem when rolling. I'll figure it out. So we need to put a couple of tablespoons of beet puree in here. I need to put on some gloves. I don't want to have pink hands for a week. I have a dough whisk that I usually use for making paratha dough. I'm not sure how well that's going to work in this situation, but we'll give it a try. We don't want to add any water to this. The beet needs to be the source of the moisture. Not enough. I'm giving up on the whisk already. This definitely requires hands. These gloves are too big for my little fingers. Okay, this dough has come together. It does not look like I will end up needing water after all. There is no more loose beet juice, so it's safe to take off the gloves. You do not want to over knead this. It's springing back a little bit, so now we're going to cover and let this rest for about 30 minutes. I need to dry roast some spices for my paratha filling, so I have a half of a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I have just a little bit less than a quarter of a teaspoon of fennel seeds, and I have 3 black pepper corns. I have this on low heat, and we're just going to move this around in the pan. The fennel seeds and the cumin seeds have just started to change color. I'm going to turn off the heat, and the carryover heat from the pan will finish toasting them. So we just let that cool completely. Our toasted spices have completely cooled, so I'm just going to pour them into my mortar and pestle here. And you can see, just going to give it a quick grind. I only want this to be a coarse powder. I don't need it to be a fine powder. I'm assembling the filling. I have 100 grams of finely grated paneer, which is a fresh type of cottage cheese where all of the whey is pressed out of it. It doesn't melt, it holds its shape. And I have both chopped cilantro and mint. Here's our toasted spice powder. And then I have this chaat masala, which it has salt, regular salt, and black salt in it, as well as some other spices. It looks like this. And then I have some dried mango powder. Oh, humidity has taken over. I also have the tiniest bit here of ginger powder. You could add onion or garlic powder to this if you wanted to. We don't want any obstacles when rolling, so I try to avoid anything that might break through the dough layer. You could add green chilies to this, red chili powder. If you have some toasted garlic, like that you've oven roasted or pan roasted or something, you could always add that as well. You want a dough ball that's just smaller than a golf ball. I'm going to cheat making paratha today. I'm using I got to take about a quarter of this filling. We distribute it almost all the way to the edge. You just want to leave like a quarter of an inch. Any of your stuffing that escapes, try and get it back in. And we put our other half on, and we press from the center to make sure there's no air bubbles, and press our sides. And we dust the top side with a little flour, and then flip. Add a little more flour. Just turn it around on the board to pick up the loose flour. And then I'm going to roll on the bottom side, but I'm only rolling to seal, so I'm just rolling on the edges. Only applying pressure to one side. And that actually makes my paratha turn a little bit. So that's how you know you've added pressure correctly. Just repeat on the other side. These are about 6 or 7 inches wide. My tawa is hot. Make sure you dust off any of the loose flour. Put it straight on here. I'm just going to turn it with my hand for about 10 seconds and then flip to the other side. It's starting to puff, so it's time to turn it over. And I'm just going to spray a little oil and start pressing. Just press those edges so we know it's not raw. Yeah, we're done. Look at how soft this is. No breaking. Let's see what's inside here, if I can pull it open. Look at all that paneer. Making parathas is a labor of love. So if someone takes time out of their busy day to make a paratha for you, they must really care about you. So show them a little gratitude.